Imagine waking up in one of the richest cities on earth. You check your phone and see another email announcing a rent increase. Groceries cost more than they did last month. Your dream of owning a home feels farther away than ever. Across much of the world, that story has become normal. But thousands of kilometers away, in the heart of Southeast Asia, one country seems to be playing by different rules. And the numbers behind it might completely change the way you think about the future. If you enjoy discovering fascinating stories about countries, economies, and the world around us, help me prove something. A friend once told me that videos about Malaysia would never find an audience outside the country, but every comment and every subscriber proves otherwise. So if you're watching from Malaysia right now, write Malaysia Boleh in the comments below. Because the truth is, much of the world still doesn't understand what is happening here. Assalamualaikum. Over the past few years, inflation has become one of the defining stories of our time. In cities like London, New York, Sydney, and Toronto, housing prices have climbed so high that entire generations are delaying marriage, postponing children, and giving up on the idea of owning property altogether. In many Western countries, grocery prices surged after the pandemic, while interest rates climbed to levels not seen in years. Yet Malaysia tells a different story. That does not mean everything is cheap. Malaysians themselves have felt the pressure of rising prices, especially in food and housing. But compared with many developed economies, Malaysia remains surprisingly affordable, and that raises an uncomfortable question for the rest of the world. How is a country with a much smaller economy managing to offer a lifestyle that millions elsewhere are struggling to maintain? Take Kuala Lumpur. At first glance, it looks like the kind of city you would expect to find in a far wealthier nation. The Petronas towers still dominate the skyline nearly 3 decades after their completion. Merdeka 118, completed in the 2020s, now stands as the second tallest building on Earth. The city's MRT and LRT networks continue to expand, connecting neighborhoods, shopping districts, and business centers. But here's the strange part. The average cost of living in Kuala Lumpur is still dramatically lower than in cities that are often considered its competitors. Think about that for a second. In central London or Singapore, renting a modern apartment can consume most of a young professional's salary. In Kuala Lumpur, a one-bedroom apartment outside the city center can often be rented for the equivalent of a few $100s a month. Utilities remain relatively affordable, and eating out is so common that many locals rarely cook every day. And if you have ever sat in a mamak restaurant at midnight, surrounded by friends watching football while ordering roti canai and teh tarik, you already know something that statistics alone cannot capture. Malaysia has built an entire culture around accessibility. It is not unusual to find affordable food at 2 in the morning. It is not unusual to pay for your meal using a QR code. It is not unusual to jump onto the MRT and arrive at one of the largest shopping malls in Southeast Asia within minutes. Ever noticed how rare that combination has become in many parts of the world? Affordable food, modern infrastructure, reliable internet, 24-hour convenience. Countries spend decades trying to create that balance. And Malaysia has been quietly improving it. The country's digital transformation has accelerated rapidly in recent years. By the mid-2020s, Malaysia had become one of Southeast Asia's leaders in digital payments, with QR transactions becoming part of daily life. From luxury malls in TRX to roadside stalls in Penang, cashless payments have become almost universal. Then there is the rollout of 5G. Malaysia's 5G network expanded at remarkable speed, bringing high-speed connectivity to millions. For digital nomads, entrepreneurs, and remote workers, this matters more than many people realize. Increasingly, people are asking a simple question. If work can happen anywhere, why stay in one of the world's most expensive cities? And this is where things get interesting. For decades, people assumed that moving to richer countries automatically meant a better quality of life. Higher salaries, bigger opportunities, better infrastructure. But life is not measured only by income. Because what good is a higher salary if rent takes half of it? What good is living in a global capital if commuting steals hours from your day? What good is wealth if you have no time left to enjoy it? Malaysia has become part of a much larger global trend. Around the world, people are rethinking what success actually means. Some discover it while walking through the streets of Georgetown in Penang, where colonial architecture meets modern cafes. Others realize it while driving through Putrajaya's broad boulevards, past government buildings that look like something out of a science fiction movie. And some understand it while escaping the tropical heat in Genting Highlands, less than an hour from Kuala Lumpur. Tourists arrive expecting beaches and skyscrapers. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It only takes a second, but it helps YouTube recommend these videos to more people who enjoy thoughtful, fact-based comparisons. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions genuinely help this channel grow and allow us to bring you more incredible stories from around the world. Many leave talking about something else entirely. They talk about convenience. They talk about diversity. They talk about how one country manages to blend Malay, Chinese, Indian, and countless other cultures into everyday life. Because Malaysia does not fit neatly into the categories people expect. It is modern, but deeply traditional. It is ambitious, yet relaxed. It is developing, yet filled with infrastructure that rivals countries with much larger economies. Of course, none of this means Malaysia is perfect. Traffic congestion remains a challenge. Salaries have not always kept pace with living costs. Young Malaysians still worry about housing affordability. Like every nation, Malaysia faces difficult questions about its future. But perhaps that is exactly why the country's story matters. Because Malaysia is not succeeding because it has solved every problem. It is succeeding because it has managed to avoid some of the mistakes that wealthier nations made. Consider transportation. Kuala Lumpur's MRT system, launched in 2017 and expanded since then, has transformed the city. Highways connect major regions, while Kelia remains one of Southeast Asia's busiest aviation hubs. Johor Bahru continues to grow as economic ties with Singapore deepen. Meanwhile, foreign visitors are often stunned by what they can experience in a single weekend. On Friday night, they explore Bukit Bintang's neon lights. On Saturday morning, they wander through historic streets in Malacca. By Sunday afternoon, they are relaxing on a beach in Langkawi. Distances that would require expensive flights in larger countries can often be covered by car or a short domestic trip. And perhaps that explains why Malaysia consistently ranks among the world's favorite destinations for retirees and expatriates. Because increasingly, people are not chasing the highest salary. They are chasing balance. And balance has become one of the rarest luxuries on earth. But wait until you hear what happened next. As housing prices continue rising across the West, economists have begun asking whether the traditional model of prosperity still works. Entire cities are struggling with affordability crises. Young professionals earn respectable incomes, yet live with roommates well into their 30s. Families postpone major life decisions because basic expenses consume so much of their income. Against that backdrop, Malaysia represents something larger than itself. It represents a different possibility. A country does not need to be the richest to offer a good life. A city does not need to be the most famous to feel exciting. And progress is not measured only in skyscrapers or GDP figures. Sometimes, progress looks like being able to afford dinner with friends without checking your bank account. Sometimes, it looks like grandparents living close to family. Sometimes, it looks like boarding an MRT train, paying with your phone, and arriving at one of the most modern districts in Southeast Asia, all without spending a fortune. And this is where everything comes together. The story of Malaysia is not really about Malaysia at all. It is about the future. As the world grows more expensive, more connected, and more uncertain, countries that can offer affordability, infrastructure, and quality of life may hold an advantage that economists once underestimated. The biggest competition of the 21st century may not be between East and West, or between rich nations and developing ones. It may be a competition between places that are merely wealthy and places that are genuinely livable. And somewhere between the glittering towers of Kuala Lumpur, the crowded Ramadan bazaars, the late-night mamak restaurants, and the endless flow of traffic beneath the city lights, Malaysia is quietly making its case, not as the richest country, not as the most powerful, but perhaps as one of the places that understood the future a little earlier than everyone else. So what do you think? Is Malaysia getting something right that much of the world has forgotten, or is there another side to the story that deserves attention? Let me know your experience, because the answer may say more about the future of our world than we realize.